Every single day, your potential customers are going to Google and making searches for the exact services that you provide. But if you are not ranking in the top 3, they are finding and calling your competitors instead. So if you're watching this video, it's probably because you're nowhere to be found on Google. Today, I'm going to break down exactly what you need to do to rank #1 on Google, get more leads, and grow your local business. And who am I? Why am I qualified to tell you how to do this? My name is Andy, and I am the founder of Striker Digital. I ranked over 100 businesses #1 on Google, and I've generated tens of millions of dollars in collective revenue for my clients. And right now, we work with some of the fastest growing home service businesses in the United States. Now, before we get into this, if you want to know the exact strategy that we use to rank our clients #1 on Google completely for free, click the first link in the description, enter your email, and I'll send you my 40-page local SEO Bible. All right, let's get into it. What you need to understand is that Google's search algorithm is optimized for user experience. So whenever you think about SEO, you need to look at it through Google's lens. It is their job to show you the most relevant and most trustworthy search results based off of your search query. Everything that you do in local SEO is to fill 2 buckets, trust and irrelevancy. The relevancy bucket is everything that we do on page and on your Google business profile. It's the title tags on your website, heading tags, the location specific content that gets created, and then your Google business profile description, the services you offer, everything that's listed on your profile. This all fills in the relevancy bucket. The second bucket is trust. This is what comes down to your backlinks, your citations, and your Google reviews. And in this video, we're going to break down all of these, and I'm going to show you why they're so important. Let's dive into the relevancy bucket. If you want to rank on top of Google, which I'm assuming you probably do, you need to explicitly communicate to the algorithm through the form of content on your website. This is literally non-negotiable. This has to be done. Why? Because Google's not just going to guess and assume that you are the most relevant search result and they should show you first. For every single service and every single location that you offer that service in, you need to have content built on your website communicating that. Again, this is non-negotiable. And if somebody tells you that they're doing SEO for you and they are not doing this, they are literally not doing SEO. This is non-negotiable. This is a bare minimum requirement to be done. But you need to know there's a few specific places that you need to communicate this information about the services you provide, the locations you provide those services in. And the first one is your title tag. So right now, if you're in an internet browser, you're in a Chrome browser, whatever it is, if you look up at the top into your tab and you see that text that's sitting in your tab, that's your title tag. It's the same thing as if you make a search on Google and you see these hyperlinks here, those are title tags. It is imperative that you include the primary keyword that you want to rank for and the location that you want to rank in. Because what happens is when you create this content on your website, you submit a sitemap away to a thing called Google Search Console. Google Search Console crawls the website to understand the content, to understand the relevancy, to understand what services you provide and what locations you provide those services in, so they know where to show you on the search engine. And your title tag and your heading 1 tag are 2 primary places for this. So what is a heading 1 tag, right? So when you go to a website, typically that big bold text that you see right away when you land on a site, that's a heading 1 tag. So you can see in my example here, the #1 top rated roofing company in West Palm Beach. Roofing company is our primary keyword and our geographic location is West Palm Beach, Florida. So now we're communicating relevancy to Google. They know that we're a roofing company. We provide roofing services in West Palm Beach, Florida. And again, just like your title tag, you will want to include both your primary keyword and your location here in the heading 1 tag. And third, your Google business profile description. This goes across the entire Google profile, not just the description. When you're filling out your profile, ensure that you use every single character available in every single location. Similar to the title tags and the heading tags, you will want to naturally weave in your primary keywords and location into the description. The difference here is that you have 750 characters that you can use, meaning that you can weave in multiple locations and multiple keywords. But do not stuff keywords in here unnaturally. Don't just say roofing company 45 times in this. Make it readable and natural. So if a human reads it, it makes sense when you're reading it. Google works the same way. The algorithm is very intelligent. And if you're looking to manipulate it by just stuffing keywords, it's not going to work. And now remember, there's a major takeaway from this page right here. For every single service and every location that you offer that service in, you must create content for it. If you do not provide this information to Google, they will not rank you in all of your service locations across all of the keywords that you want to target. This has to be done. So now essentially we covered everything you need to know about relevancy. Guys, it's really not that complex. You just have to be really good at the basics. So again, remember, while we're doing all of this, everything I'm talking about right now, we're looking at it through the lens of Google. And on top of showing users the most relevant search results, Google has another job. It's to ensure that they are sending users to trusted websites and trusted businesses. Because if a user went to Google and they could not confidently search, contact, and transact for service with a local business, you as a user would not use Google. You would use Bing. You would use some other search engine, right? And just think about it at mass scale. If Google was showing content that they couldn't trust, we would have a really big issue on our hands, right? And in fact, because Google's so focused on user experience, which comes down to trust and relevancy, when you use Google, you don't even have to worry about that at all because subconsciously you know that the top ranking businesses have essentially been pre-vetted by Google. You have to earn your spot in a top 3 position. It cannot be bought. This isn't paid ads. You have to work for this and you have to earn this through building relevancy and trust. So let's cover the top 3 trust factors for ranking number 1 on Google. Number 1 is Google reviews, and honestly, this should be very obvious. I shouldn't even have to tell you this. There is no higher trust signal than customers in your local area leaving you 5-star reviews. In real life and on Google, third-party trust signals are the strongest. Think about it this way. If you're a business owner and you're looking to hire somebody for a position within your company, and your wife, your brother, your best friend, your dad say, Andy's so great, he's respectful, he's hardworking, he shows up on time. Essentially, all of these people are vouching for my trustworthiness and my credibility, right? That's exactly what's happening with Google reviews. Third parties are vouching for the trustworthiness and the quality of the services that you provide. This is why it's so powerful. But it's not just Google reviews alone. It's the frequency at which you collect reviews is important. You can have 1,000 reviews, but if you have not collected a review in 6 months, Google does not know if you are still actively providing services to customers. Think about it. There's thousands of businesses out there that have Google business profiles and have been shut down, right? They closed doors, they don't operate anymore, but there's still a Google business profile out there. They didn't shut that down. So how does Google determine which business to show? The business that hasn't had a review in 6 months or the one that's actively gaining reviews? To Google, it's obvious that the company that has a steady flow of reviews coming in is actively providing services to customers in that local community. Therefore, they have more trust to show that business. So to sum it up, you need 5-star reviews from local customers, and you need to have a consistent flow of reviews coming to your profile in order to maintain a consistent level of trust with Google. The second is backlinks, and these are the foundation of SEO and Google's algorithm. And actually, backlinks are the reason that Google won the search engine race back in the late 90s, early 2000s. They were the first ones to implement backlinks as a ranking factor. So what is a backlink and why do they matter? Essentially, a backlink is when there's content on one website and there's a hyperlink in that links back to your website. And remember when I was just talking about trust, all of these people vouching for me if I'm looking to get a job? That's what's happening here. When there's a lot of trusted websites that are vouching for the trustworthiness and the credibility of content on your website, Google's going to trust you more. Therefore, they're going to show you higher in the search engine rankings. The third and final trust factor is citations. And honestly, this is a really overlooked trust factor from do-it-yourself SEOs and even SEO agencies. Nobody really talks about these that much anymore. And I don't know why, because they're still super important. So what is a citation? Essentially, you can think of it as a business directory listing. Listing your business on something like Yelp or Angie's or even a Facebook page. That's what a citation is. And the more business directories that you are listed on with consistent name, address, and phone number, the more trust you have with Google. Why? Because all of these business directories, they're listed on Google and Google crawls their content. So when they see consistency across the internet, it increases the probability that you are a real, legitimate business. And that's the type of business that Google wants to put in front of their users. So guys, to sum this up, your 3 primary trust factors are Google reviews, backlinks, and citations. Do not overthink this. Do not overcomplicate it. Get good reviews from your customers. Keep a steady, frequent flow. Get backlinks from trusted websites that have high domain authority and real traffic coming to them. Have them vouch for the trustworthiness and credibility of your content by linking to your website and then building citations across all of these directory listings. So this is a lot of information. I know I probably made it sound pretty simple in this video. And honestly, it's simple. It's not easy to execute, right? This takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of skill. So right now you're probably thinking to yourself, wow, this is quite a lot. And I have no idea where to start. And you're right. This took years of practice and failure to understand this and build out the strategy that we have at Striker Digital. So if you are serious about growing your business, that means you need to be serious about ranking on Google. Remember, every single day, potential customers in your area are going to Google and searching for the services that you provide. And if you're not in the top 3, you're basically invisible. Your competitors are getting the click, they're getting the call, they're getting the customer, and they're putting money in their wallet. If you would like to work with me and my team at Striker Digital, I would just scroll down to the link in the description, click it, and apply to work with us. Our prices start at $1,500 per month. If $1,500 is not in your budget, we will not be a good fit to work together. And my recommendation for you is to click the other link in the description, get my free local SEO Bible, and do as much as you can on your own. But guys, until next time, thank you so much for watching. Do not leave this video without subscribing to the channel. Turn the post notifications on because I have a lot more content coming your way. Thank you guys. I love you. See you in the next video.